Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when we were elected to this House, the President implored us to amend our standing orders for the CSs to appear before us. We had the support of the head of state. So when they don't appear, they don't just show contempt to this House, also to the President of this Republic. And Mr. Speaker, as a feeling of many members, please crack the whip. My committee on roads, transportation and housing, on Monday, after inviting the governor of Kajiado, Olelenku, to appear before us, even after summoning him, he had the audacity of saying that he wouldn't appear 45 minutes before the time the meeting was supposed to start. Mr. Speaker, we fined him, or we gave him a suspended sentence and fined him $500,000. And if does not appear tomorrow, it will take effect. Yesterday, Mr. Speaker, and I want the House to listen to me, because we need to do things differently. Yesterday, Mr. Speaker, we also fined the governor of Nairobi, Johnson Sakaja, who happened to be one time a senator of this great county of Nairobi. We have invited him since November 2022. We are in November 2023, 6 times, and he has never appeared, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we gave that fine because we know he won't even appear tomorrow. And if he doesn't, Mr. Speaker, we are going to invoke Section 19 of the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act, that he should be arrested and brought to the committee, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is the high time that this House is taken with seriousness it deserves, Mr. Speaker. And you know, and especially those governors who are senators, they are giving this House a bad name. I mean, they should be the one to really respect this House, because they have been here for about 10 years. And they are the one who are not even appearing in committees. Even my governor of Kiambu, Kimani Wamatangi, Mr. Speaker, has been invited about 6 times. He has not appeared. I think we should crack the whip, because for us, in future, we want to be governors, and we don't want people to say senators were the worst governors. So we have to do it today. And for the CSs who did not appear today, Mr. Speaker, crack the whip. Give them a fine. Invoke Section 19. Because if you don't do that, we will receive the apologies a minute before we get into the House. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Senator Gloria.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For me, I want to weigh in on the issue of the disrespect that the Senate is receiving from this cabinet, Mr. Speaker. I believe that when the Kenya Kwanza government ran for office, we are here for the hustler nation, for the people. What else are the cabinet secretaries so busy doing that they cannot come here to answer questions that the hustlers are asking, Mr. Speaker? Because for me today, I was looking forward to engaging with the Minister of Energy, Mr. Speaker. The bills on KPLC are crazy. The rogue billing, there's a lot of things that are happening under KPLC. And we have questions for the people who have sent us here. We have questions, Mr. Speaker. And I think at the rate at which it's going, Mr. Speaker, then I employ the President to kindly make sure that we have the chief administrative secretaries. Because if the cabinet secretaries are now tired of their jobs, let their assistants come in and do that job, Mr. Speaker. It is at this point when we would really appreciate that if the CSs are not there, they are not available, they are busy, they are traveling, whatever it is they are doing, then their assistants, Mr. Speaker, and those people who are already sworn in, let them come, we engage them. This is part of the duties that they could have been doing. The CSs now are sitting somewhere and they could have been serving this country, Mr. Speaker. So I urge that even as you crack the whip, perhaps it is now necessary, and I hope that opposition can see the role, some of the duties and responsibilities that the CASs were going to have. I hope that they can see that it is at this point we would have gotten the assistant ministers, Mr. Speaker, to tell us what is happening. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator